think I'm going to look forward.
All right.
Okay.
So I'll ask questions first.
Yeah.
We're joined now live in the WVUA 23 studios by Ashley Harmon. I'm William Galloway, and Ashley, today's guest, is going to talk a little bit about cosmetics and makeup and girly things, if you will. So Ashley, kind of tell me a little bit about, as a guy who doesn't really know much about those things, tell me a little bit about cosmetics and a generalization.
Okay, so I guess, let me give you a little, I guess I can go through like my little daily routine. As far as, I think I'm better at makeup than I am hair, anything else, because I have sort of naturally curly hair, so I don't know, I feel like when you have naturally curly hair, it's kind of hard to maintain, so you kind of just let it do whatever it wants to do that day. So basically, my, I guess, morning routine is wake up, usually wash my face. I use Burt's Bees is a very good product. It's very natural, has all natural ingredients. So any girls out there looking for a natural base, really just anything, Burt's Bees is the way to go. So I usually use that face wash and some of their makeup products too. But for like an everyday look, I usually just do some light foundation, a little bit of concealer. As far as like bronzing goes, I just use, I think it's an NYX brand. That's a really good cheap brand to use. That's fairly nice. And so I use a little bit of that and just some eyeshadow, eyeliner, mascara. All those products are, I just really get them at a drugstore. I think drugstore brands are very underrated. People like to go for the Sephora. Sephora is a makeup store that sells a lot of, I want to say, overpriced stuff where you could usually buy whatever you need in a drugstore for cheaper, but people like to go for that overpriced stuff because they think it works better. But I don't know. I've had some experience with it, and it's not as great as it's hyped up to be. So yeah, that's pretty much like my everyday look. I'm trying to think of any brand that I would use that's, I guess, considered like higher priced would be, I use the Kylie Jenner lip kit. So if you ever hear girls talking about that, that's a big hype. She also just came out with a line for face, it's like face wash, like face lotion. It's just all that sort of stuff, like toner, all that stuff. I don't really use any of that. I usually just use face wash and like lotion and whatnot. But yeah, so she just came out with a whole new line of that. But her lip stuff is very good. I'll give her that. I would pay money for that because it stays on all day long. It's got the lip liner. It's got the lip color that stays on. Yeah, so that's all.
Yeah, as we kind of wrap up here, want to ask a couple questions about brands and certain things. Obviously, you mentioned a lot with a lot of different products that have to do with different aspects, but most underrated brand or brand that flies under the radar when it comes to cosmetics and hair and things like that that people don't really talk about, but you highly consider and would recommend to people?
I would honestly say the Burt's Bees. I think because it's just the most natural, and I think people really look for that natural product, like what's all these, chemicals and stuff that's going into it. And with Burt's Bees, it's basically like it says on the bottle, like it's all natural, and I think that's pretty good. That's got to be good for your skin. You're not putting a bunch of stuff that's not supposed to be there on your skin. So
right. Well, yeah. So thank you, Ashley, for joining us. We'll be right back.
Thank you.